In Pennsylvania, Act 10 of 2017 was passed and signed into law. Act 10 is also known as Libre's Law, named for a puppy that suffered horrific abuse. When shark investigators first read the text of Libre's Law, we were excited, as it changed important language from Pennsylvania's previous cruelty statute, making it much stronger. But as we read further, we were shocked to learn that an amendment had been added to Act 10 that gave an exemption for, quote, shooting activities not otherwise prohibited under this subchapter. In other words, pigeon shoots. Our research had proved that, under pre-existing Pennsylvania law, pigeon shoots were already illegal, as pigeons were a protected species and therefore you could not shoot them for fun. We were joined in this opinion by PA Humane police officers whose videos you can see in the description section of this video. That pigeon shooters were able to get away with holding shoots had little to do with what the law actually said, and a great deal to do with the untouchability that their wealth, power, and political connections bought them. Shark was working on a strategy to end pigeon shoots using our legal arguments when Act 10 was passed with the shameful exemption. Tragically, shooting birds at a pigeon shoot no longer violated Pennsylvania's anti-cruelty law. Shark, which is based in Illinois, is the preeminent animal protection organization fighting against pigeon shoots and the only group actively working on the ground in Pennsylvania documenting pigeon shoots and saving lives. Nevertheless, none of the so-called humane groups involved with passing Act 10 consulted with us or gave us the courtesy of a warning to how Act 10 would affect the pigeons for whom we have long worked. This amendment was a disastrous mistake, and we will have much more to say about it in the future. For now, we'll just say the Humane Society of the United States, Humane PA-PAC, and the Federated Humane Societies of Pennsylvania should be ashamed of themselves. Does this mean that pigeon shooters have won? No f***ing way. Although Act 10 negates our legal argument against the shoots themselves, all our other arguments regarding other cruelty committed at shoots are not only still valid, but the language Act 10 provides makes our case against cruelty related to pigeon shooting much stronger, including upgrading offenses to be felonies. We at Shark are now redoubling our efforts against pigeon shoots, and we will use this new law to have each and every pigeon shooter prosecuted for any felonies they may commit. We will fight them legally using nonviolence, and we will see that they are held accountable for the abuse they create. The question is, where did the pigeon shooting amendment come from? This is where ethical National Rifle Association members need to listen up, although you're not going to like what you hear. The NRA's leadership has long supported live pigeon shoots, even though these heinous slaughters have nothing to do with defending the Second Amendment. When Libre's Law was first introduced, the NRA blocked the bill from passing. That's right. The NRA blocked an animal cruelty bill about this poor puppy because they wanted to protect vile pigeon shooters who shoot birds launched out of boxes for fun. Bear in mind that the NRA blocked Libre's Law passage in 2016, just months after Shark's historic victory when a worker at the Philadelphia Gun Club was charged with and pled guilty to animal cruelty for torturing pigeons at a shoot. The pigeon shooters were feeling the heat, and so the NRA demanded the exemption on their behalf, which proves our argument that pigeon shoots were already illegal. Otherwise, they wouldn't have needed the amendment. Why would NRA leaders care about pigeon shooting? Ask John Sigler, a former president of the NRA, and Leo Holt, a former NRA board member, who are also pigeon shooters that Shark has filmed at the notorious Philadelphia Gun Club. Ted Nugent has also shot pigeons, and we believe that there are others in NRA leadership positions who indulge in these cowardly slaughters. Pigeon shooters tend to be very wealthy and politically connected, and their presence inside the highest levels of the NRA is why, we contend, that the NRA spent so much of its members' resources protecting this indefensible cruelty. But wait, there's more. See this ugly wall the Philadelphia Gun Club built so its members could hide its pigeon shoots? The NRA helped the wealthy members of this gun club build it. If you are a member of the NRA who truly believes in the Second Amendment and would never participate in such reckless and disgusting cruelty as this, How do you feel about your hard-earned membership fees supporting these rich men who shoot innocent birds for fun? The hypocrisy of the NRA does not stop at live pigeon shoots. The NRA-supported Philadelphia Gun Club called the police on a neighbor who legally carried a holstered firearm. This man neither threatened them nor drew his gun, and even the local police had to tell the gun club that this man had a right to carry his firearm openly. You heard right. The Philadelphia Gun Club, which included one of the NRA's former presidents and a former board member, called the police on a man who was simply expressing his Second Amendment rights, and they had to be told that he was acting legally under the law and Constitution. As the NRA both lobbies on behalf of pigeon shooters and has helped a pigeon shooting club, it is important that you understand that NRA members have been taken advantage of by these elite, wealthy pigeon shooters. They want your money and your name to support their recreational killing of defenseless birds, and yet they treat someone who is quite possibly an NRA member and who celebrates his right to legally have a firearm as if he was the criminal. Whether you are a member of the NRA or a hunter with an ethical code, or anyone of the overwhelming majority of people who detest cruel live pigeon shoots, we need you to take action now. We ask NRA members who are disgusted by pigeon shoots to take action by calling the NRA at 800-672-3888. Tell them that you don't want your money supporting cruel pigeon shoots and the wealthy shooters who enjoy them. Governor Tom Wolf and the legislature of Pennsylvania must take immediate action to rectify their mistake and ban pigeon shoots forever. We have the people, justice, and honor on our side, and now we need to fight the vile pigeon shooters and their servants in the NRA leadership and end these horrors forever.